So is the third season of Succession a hit or a miss, and what on earth is going to take place after the jaw-dropping finale of season 2? Let's discuss all of that and more right now. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel Lifestyle Critic. I hope you're having a brilliant day. So in this video we are going to be reviewing the first episode of the third season of Succession. Yes, that's right. After 2 years, the highly anticipated and long awaited third season of Succession has finally landed, and it instantly recaptures the brilliance of this show. Like I said, it's been 2 years since we saw that awesome finale, the jaw-dropping finale from the end of the second season, and this season just picks up exactly where they left off and instantly recaptures all of the backstabbing, all of the cunningness, all of the planning, all of the plotting, all of the twists and turns. And it's just so awesome to see all of the cast and characters returning in this season, which is absolutely awesome. And I'm going to be breaking down the first episode for you right now. So like I said, the storyline in this episode picks up exactly where they left off at the end of the second season, with the Logan Roy character being implicated by Kendall Roy in the misconduct case. The episode then explores which characters are going to choose which side to be on. So are they going to be Team Kendall or are they going to be Team Logan Roy, which is really fascinating. And this episode also reignites the classic big massive question of who Logan Roy's successor is going to be and who he is going to choose as his CEO while he temporarily steps down from the position at Waystar Royco. So it's really interesting seeing how all of the different characters are going to react to this, all of the plotting that they're going to be doing and trying to be really smart as they outmaneuver all of the other characters. Meanwhile, Kendall Roy obviously is getting kicked out of all of the premises in Waystar Royco after what he did in the second season. So he is now going to work in the place where his ex is, where she is going to be in the next room, while he tries to run all of his business meetings. And obviously this is something that the Kendall Roy character has wanted from episode 1. So he is totally on cloud 9 and is really letting it get to his head, which I think is absolutely hilarious. And we also have cousin Greg just being a bit of a bumbling sidekick across this episode, which is always really hilarious. I mean, this episode did feel a little bit like a setup episode, but that being said, it did do a really good job in terms of reintroducing the audience back into everything, progressing it all, and most importantly, setting up all of the chessboard and all of the chess players in this brilliant world. So one of the best things about Succession is its fantastic and phenomenal cast and characters who are all returning in this season, which is really great. So let's go through them one by one. So first up, of course, we have to look at Brian Cox, who is just so good as the Logan Roy character, so much presence. This actor and this character just totally owns the term star presence and star quality and star power, quite literally. I mean, even when this character is really quiet, is just so intense and just creates so much tension. And then when he speaks, he's just so powerful and reacting to everything and having all of his cutting classic one-liners. And there are so many digs that he is having against the Kendall Roy character in this episode, which just means this character is just so awesome. Next up we have Jeremy Strong, speaking of which, is back as the Kendall Roy character. And obviously, like I said, this character has wanted to be at the top of this company from the first episode, even the first scene. So this character is totally running on adrenaline and excitement. I mean, you can see that this character is pretty inexperienced, but that being said, he is trying really hard to prove himself, desperate if anything, to try and prove himself and to prove to all of his family that he really is the right person to run the company, even though he's doing it from an opposing position. And also, like I mentioned, you can see the anxiety in this character, but like I said, that's obviously being overshadowed by his true adrenaline, power and excitement. Next up we have Kieran Culkin, who is returning as the Roman Roy character. So effortlessly funny. I feel like this casting was absolutely perfect, as was all the other casting as well. But I just feel like Kieran Culkin really is Roman Roy and really plays him really well. All of his line delivery is really great. Similarly, you can see that this character is really inexperienced, and even if anything, in this episode, he does admit to that, which Logan Roy does see as a bit of a weakness. And also his scenes between him and Jerry are really great as well. They also re-explore the romance between these two characters. And despite this character being pretty inexperienced, he is, from all of the other siblings, the most ruthless in his suggestions as well. Next up we have Sarah Snook returning as the Shiv character, always trying to be a few steps ahead than all of the other characters. You can tell that there are so many cogs spinning in her brain as she is always trying to plan everything, and just like with all of the other characters, this character is just super self-interested and won't really think or consider anybody else and will only think about things from her own perspective, which really does make this character a formidable character. And her character arc across this episode is actually really great, especially with her friend, the lawyer, where you can really see that you can't really mix business and pleasure, even from a friendship point of view. And then finally we have Nicholas Braun also returning as the Greg character. The cousin Greg is just so effortlessly funny. Literally every single thing that comes out of this character's mouth is just literally laugh out loud material. Really endearing, and you can also see that this character is trying so hard and thinking that actually he's doing such a good job, which I just think is absolutely hilarious. And so from a cast and characters point of view overall, all of them are so brilliant in the first episode of season 3 of Succession. So it was so great returning to the world of Waystar Royco in the world of Succession. It's so brilliant seeing all of these characters again, seeing all of their cuttingness, all of their edginess, all of their backstabbing. All of that is just so brilliant to revisit, and I just cannot wait to see what on earth is going to happen next. With all of the Roys, you just know that there's going to be twists and turns aplenty. Loads of different characters doing what's right for them, jumping from different teams and sides. I'm sure I just cannot wait to see what's going to happen next. But in the meantime, I'd love to hear from you, so please let me know what you thought of the first episode of Succession in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.